Just after 8 on a January morning in 2018, every phone in Hawaii screamed with the same message. Ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. For 38 minutes, an entire state believed a nuclear missile was on its way. Families sheltered in their bathtubs and showers. There was no missile. At the state emergency agency, during a routine shift change drill, an employee had pushed the wrong button. The drill ran 3 times a day. The governor's explanation fit in one sentence. An employee pushed the wrong button. The correction took 38 minutes to reach the phones that had received the warning in seconds. The agency's administrator apologized. The state added a 2-person rule. No alert fires unless a second human confirms it. And a cancellation command was built that could kill a mistake within seconds instead of 38 minutes. Everyone talked about the button. Almost nobody asked the better question. What exactly is the machine the button belongs to? Because that machine decides, on the worst day of your life, whether you find out in time. America's warning system is really 3 machines stacked on each other, built in 3 different eras. The oldest layer, from 1994, is the Emergency Alert System, the broadcast interruption on radio and television. In 2006, an executive order created IPAWS-1 federal pipeline to feed every alert channel at once. And in 2012 came the layer in your pocket, wireless emergency alerts. Your phone never signed up for them. They arrive by cell broadcast. Every tower in a target area shouting to every device at once. That's why alerts land instantly, even when the network is jammed. A broadcast doesn't queue like a text message. Federal rules now require alerts to cover the whole target area while overshooting by no more than 1/10 of a mile. You can silence some categories in your settings. The national alert, the president's channel, you cannot turn off. On paper, it is one of the fastest public machines ever built, from an official's keyboard to a region's pockets in seconds. But the machine has one requirement. The engineering can't remove. Somebody has to decide to press send. August 2023. A wildfire tears across Maui, spreading faster than anyone in charge could process. Hawaii operates roughly 400 outdoor sirens, the largest integrated warning system in the world. 80 of them stand on Maui. That day, the number that mattered was 0. Not one siren sounded. A state spokesperson later confirmed it plainly. Nobody at the state and nobody at the county attempted to activate them. The fire chief said the flames moved so fast that timely evacuation notices were nearly impossible. The police chief put it in 4 words. Nobody saw this coming. The pocket layer failed with the power. Cell service and 911 went down as the lines burned. At least 80 people died. At the time, the deadliest natural disaster in the state's history. The machine wasn't broken that day. It was silent. Every component worked. No command ever entered the pipeline. 2 years later, at 3 in the morning beside a Texas river, the same question got asked a third way. The night of July 4th, 2025, the Guadalupe River in Kerr County, Texas, rises 26 feet in under an hour. The forecasters did their job. The National Weather Service issued 22 warnings in the hours before the flood. But the county never activated its emergency notification system. No local push alerts went out, and there were no sirens to sound. For nearly a decade, a $1 million flood warning system, river gauges, and sirens had been proposed and rejected. The reasons were cost and a preference for rural peace and quiet. Along the river, summer camps still used a phone chain from the 1950s. Someone upstream spots danger and calls downstream. That night, the chain had no time to ring. Most victims were asleep, their phones silenced. At least 111 people died, including 27 children and staff at a single summer camp. 3 disasters, 3 different broken links, a false send, a silent siren, a warning that stopped one county short of the riverbank. Which means the real question isn't whether the technology works, it's where the chain actually snaps. Follow a warning's path. Instrument, forecaster, local official, federal pipeline, tower, phone, and finally a human decision to act. Government auditors found only about 70% of Americans are covered by a local authority equipped to send alerts at all. For small counties, joining the system costs real money, around $35,000 a year, and demands trained staff. So the weakest links cluster at the local end, the office where one person at 3 in the morning must decide. Overuse corrodes the other end. In a single year, local alert volume jumped by 182%. Every unnecessary buzz teaches your thumb to swipe warnings away. Engineers call it alert fatigue. By 2025, regulators added silent alerts, warnings that arrive without the scream, precisely because the scream was wearing out, and the audience is drifting. About half of younger adults rely on streaming services that the broadcast layers never reach. The pattern across every failure is the same. The engineering mostly holds. The chain snaps where humans, budgets, and habits live. Which is worth knowing, because one link in this chain is installed in your pocket, and you control it. After its 38-minute mistake, Hawaii rebuilt the human layer. 2 people to fire an alert. Seconds to cancel one. After the flood, Kerr County finally installed sirens, though a year later, the plan for who activates them remained unclear. The lesson isn't that warning machines are useless, it's that they are chains of people wearing the costume of technology. Your own link takes 1 minute. Open your phone's settings and check that emergency alerts are switched on. Don't silence the categories that matter. The one night the scream is real, it will be the cheapest insurance you never bought. And when an alert does land, act on the first one. In Texas, the difference was measured in minutes and feet of water. The same machine, on other nights, has done exactly what it was built to do, which is why its failures teach so much. A warning system is civilization's reflex, the split second between seeing danger and flinching away from it. Keep the reflex fast. Fund the gauges, sound the drills, answer the scream. Next time, the invisible utility in the sky that timestamps your money, steers your ships, and the people jamming it.